Sin, Satan, and Death, How the Three Relate, written by Kelli Kolev. Part 4. Chapter 1 continued ultimately by taking the position of arbiter between the conflicting counsel of God and the serpent. Eve and Adam already have elevated themselves over God and rebuilt against Him. Here to the first sins disclose the essence of later sins. Sin involves the refusal of mankind to accept its God-given position between the Creator and lower creation. It flows from decisions to reject God's way and to steal, curse, and lie simply because that seems more attractive or reasonable. We approach the mystery of sin. Why would the first couple, sinless and without inclination towards sin, choose to rebel? Why would any creature presume to know more or better than his Creator, Adam, and they become sinners by a historical act? The principal effects of sin are alienation from God, from others, from on themselves, and from creation. They emerge almost at once. Alienation from God. Adam's sin caused them to fear and flee from God. Alienation from each other and themselves shows their shame, awareness of nakedness, and blame shifting. Adam acts out all three alienations at once when, in response to God's question, he excuses himself by blaming both Eve and God for his sin. The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit. The sentence God pronounces upon sin includes grace, Genesis 3:15, and suggests that he retains sovereign control over his creation, even in its rebellion, but it also establishes our alienation from nature in the curse upon childbearing work and creation itself instead of taking responsibility, which is why God asked him his first place to offer him a chance to repent, but instead blames the woman and blames God for putting her there, and likewise she does the same thing when God asked her what she had done. He was offering her a chance to repent, but instead she blames the serpent for deceiving her. So no one took responsibility for their sin. They could have said, "Yes, Lord, I have sinned against you and I asked for your forgiveness," which God would have forgiven them, no doubt. After the curse, God graciously closed the first couple, but he also expelled them from the garden, graciously permit them to reproduce, but death enters the human experience. A short time later, these events prove the vanity and futility of sin. Adam and Eve seek new freedoms and dignity, but sin robs them of what they have. Seeking advantage, they experience great losses. Genesis and Romans teach that Adam and Eve did not send for themselves alone, but from their privileged position as the first. Originally, the couple act as representatives for the entire human race. Since then, sin and the consequences of sin have marred all. Every child of Adam enters into the human race marked by sin, condemnation, and death. These trials become theirs, both by heritage and as they grow into accountability by personal choice. End of Part 4.